On this week's episode, are we still talking about Jeffrey Epstein, protests in Mexico, and a spoon on Mars? Welcome to the fireside. Dude.
All right, here we go. All right. So Israel, huh? We are going to talk about Israel. We are going to talk about Israel, but not in a derogatory...
Never.
No. But we got to talk about Jeffrey Epstein again.
Who? Dude,
are we still talking?
Are we still talking about Jeffrey fucking Epstein?
You're right. We are. We're talking about.
You gotta let it go, man. We're over it.
If only I could.
Hey, I don't know if you've had this because this was like yesterday, but Trump tweeted like, "Yeah, all right,
release them,
release the files,"
which in my mind only means like they're scrubbed.
Yeah,
have at it.
Yeah. They're clean. Go ahead.
Because he's been going bananas trying not to get them released. Like as we've
why the sudden change, right?
Exactly.
I had that thought of weren't like 2 weeks ago you just
2
said,
weeks ago, 2 days ago.
We need to forget about this. We need to move on with it.
Yeah.
But like nobody just throws their hands up in the air and says, okay, fuck it, release it. Unless they've made sure it's okay to release.
Like,
right?
hey, Cash, are we good?
You know what I mean?
My name's been redacted out of there completely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Even though his name was like mentioned 10,000 times in those emails.
I think the $1 million question is, who the fuck is Bubba though?
Initially, they were saying Bill Clinton because I guess that was his
Clinton.
nickname. But then Jeffrey Epstein's brother came out and said, no, it's not.
It's some oil guy is what
I don't know.
I read that.
But his brother came out, the guy who wrote the email, or they were writing back and forth. There was a conversation between him and his brother.
Yeah, but do I trust this fucking guy? Your brother was a spook, dude. I don't trust you.
I feel like I trust him more than a lot of other players in this just because he was also trying to get to the bottom of who killed my brother. Remember, he's the one that had the commissioned the private autopsy where they found out
his brother did.
Yeah. Where they found out like, no, this is not consistent with being strangled. This is, with the suicide, this is consistent with strangulation.
Yeah, but I'm reading the article right now. It says his brother said that Bubba is not Bill Clinton, is a, quote, private individual who is not a public figure. You don't know him, dude. He goes to another school. It's not Bill Clinton.
Right.
You don't know him, bro.
It doesn't matter. Do you have the picture of that dude sucking?
I want to see. Yeah, I don't care.
Do you have
who
the picture
Bubba
of Trump
is.
sucking that dude's dick?
I don't care who Bubba is.
Don't care.
I just, at this point, for science, I need to see the picture.
Dude, I
need to see it.
For the sake of the nation, right?
But I know you've got some stuff, but this is a really good opportunity to throw this in there. At this point, what are we willing? Make sure it's on. Yeah, it's on my laptop. Make sure. What are we willing to accept as truth? Because this is why I asked you what the hell nano banana was before the show. I came across a thing that said nano banana, which is I guess is the image generator engine for Google Gemini. There's a version 2 of it, and it leaked for a few hours. The internet went nuts, and the internet grabbed a hold of it. So here, I just wanted to show you some pictures while we're talking about this picture of Trump blowing somebody that may or may not exist.
You're talking about the one where it looks like he's grabbing Clinton's dick?
So check this out. These are all AI.
Yeah, that's AI shit.
Right? But it
looks super real.
It looks really good, dude.
It does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so at this point, if we get a picture of Donald Trump sucking Bubba's dick, are we like...
No, that's the thing we keep talking, like without somebody coming out and saying like, yeah, that's me. He's sucking my dick. Like,
where is Bubba?
Yeah, Bubba.
Candace Owens, find Bubba.
The world needs to know where's Bubba.
Dude, I don't know. But like, I'm trying to say, like at this point, when these emails came out, my first thought was, are these real? The
emails were like, it's part of the file. So, and it was released by the congressional committee. So the oversight committee.
It's as close to real as we're ever. You have to hang your hat on something at some point, right?
Well, and people are coming out to a certain degree and validating that these are like, yeah, that was between him and I. And so like,
so who's Bubba though?
We're going to get to the bottom of Bubba.
I have so many questions.
Dude, and what did Bubba have on Trump to make him blow up?
I saw a video of when the Village people came out on Trump's stage and they were doing the YMCA and Trump was kind of dancing around. It said, it all makes sense now. Oh no, what is happening?
All this womanizing has just been a cover this whole time. He's out there
they say some of the most closeted gay dudes are the biggest womanizers, dude. They're trying to hide.
We probably mentioned, I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but Charlie Sheen was talking about, he's done so many women. He's been with so many women.
He couldn't take anymore.
He started talking about how he slept with men and it was liberating.
Just for something else.
Just for something else to do.
And that's something that's floated around a lot. Especially, I remember this conversation when Epstein was like first in the public eye. There were documentaries really, because the question is, how could people ever do this to other people, let alone children? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the answer was, well, he traffics to only himself. He traffics to, in theory, the elite, people who are, the upper class, rich, billionaire, all this stuff.
On this, you have to listen to, and I don't know if you have or not, but go to Daryl Cooper's Martyr Made podcast and his series on Epstein. Epstein is really good. He goes into what you're talking about, the depravity of the circles these people run in.
Well, because it gets to the point of like, they've had everything else. Mm-hmm. So the next thing is depravity.
The artwork that John Podesta had in his home was just completely, what's the word? I mean, I don't want to say pedophile. There's so many things that get us banned. By the way, our last show got like 0 views. I don't know what we mentioned. Like almost none. Clips and everything. That's terrible. Weird. So I don't know what we mentioned.
Maybe our show just sucked.
Well, I mean, it probably sucks, but still, it gets more than like a couple views. But anyway.
What kind of art? I'm looking it up right now.
So yeah,
who is John Podesta? I've heard that name before.
John Podesta, was he the no, I'm thinking Bill Barr. He ran in Trump circles. I can't remember his exact
political consultant who served as senior advisor to the president for international climate policy.
So anyway, the artwork he had artwork in his house that only you can describe as very rapey and pedophilia in nature. And like he displayed this artwork proudly, like at his home. People would come over and look at the artwork, and it was, by all accounts, pretty vile and disgusting stuff.
Oh God, I'm looking.
Are you looking at it? It's horrible.
What the fuck?
Right.
We can't even show this on the show, dude. This is weird.
No. And like he would display this proudly, and people come over and see this stuff, and they're like, no big deal. So the people that are coming over and looking at this, and everyone's like not thinking anything of it, it's because these are the circles they run in. So maybe things that Epstein's doing is no big deal.
Well, he had some crazy artwork too in his house.
Yeah.
I mean, notably
nothing like that.
No, but like notably Clinton in a dress, and then he did have he
had a lot of sexualized artwork.
He had a picture of Bush playing with paper airplanes on the floor of the Oval Office next to, I want to say,
was he flying them into buildings?
I think there were. I'm gonna look it up. I think there were.
It's nano bananaed.
No way. No, this is something I've seen a while ago, dude. Or this one where he's playing with blocks, and like there's broken down towers on the ground in front of him. There's 2 planes and the Jenga towers.
Yeah,
that was in Epstein's place. Anyway,
so my whole thing is,
why are we still talking about it? That's
well, people keep saying like, why, so he was a pedophile, and so he did this, and he only tracked through. Like, why are we still talking about it? Like Trump said, why are we still talking about this guy?
Important.
I kind of want to lay a little bit of a primer to as why it's in my mind a little bit important.
Okay.
So notably, Jeffrey Epstein was fired from Bear Stearns, which how he got that job in the first place was beyond a lot of people, but he was fired from Bear Stearns. He worked in their special projects division. And what special projects is basically you hide money for wealthy people from the IRS. Right.
Sure.
AKA money laundering.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a fancy word for.
Well, he got fired for some SEC violations. He had to leave. Disgrace. Bear Stearns like, oh no, you're out. This is too much. But what better person to find for an intelligence agency than somebody that's really good at hiding money and is a little unethical, right?
Yep.
So hey, we can use you. Now, when people say he belonged to intelligence, it's not like he was a card-carrying member of the Mossad or CIA.
I don't think he was an agent. I don't think he was an asset.
Not exactly.
Which is different than an agent.
That's what all these people say that worked for intelligence agencies is we use people like this.
Yeah.
He would have been a perfect, I don't want to say mark, but
he's an asset. He's an informant.
Exactly. Yeah. So early on, right after he gets fired from Bear Stearns, right in this time frame, he's reportedly on a plane with what the hell's the guy's name? He's the
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
God damn it! He was a British arms dealer. What the hell was the guy's name?
What does his name start with?
Oh, this is gonna bother me.
What's his name start with? You remember?
I'm gonna have to cut
Stephen Hoffenberg.
Nope.
Damn it. Douglas Leese.
Leslie, I think
First
is what it is.
First try.
So he is reportedly on a plane with Douglas Leslie, who's a British arms dealer.
Okay.
On the way to a meeting in the Pentagon.
When was this? Do we know?
This was early 80s.
Okay.
And why this matters is because right around then is when the Iran-Contras were starting to kick off.
Okay.
And if you're not familiar with the Iran-Contras, is basically we're trying to fight the spread of communism in Central America with the Sandinistas, and we needed money to do this. And one of the ways we were able to do that is sell weapons to Iran during the Iran-Iraq war, which we supported Iraq, but we were backdoor selling weapons to Iran at the same time.
Sure.
But we're not allowed to do that. So we had a middleman. We had Israel actually sell them the weapons. But when all this stuff's going on, you have to have people that are able to procure you weapons and also move around a shit ton of money without anybody noticing. Enter somebody that's pretty good at making...
I have just the guy.
And they were also running in circles with a gentleman named Adnan Khashoggi. And he was an international arms dealer. At one time rumored to be the wealthiest man in the world.
That's not the angel of death guy, is it?
No, that's a Russian dude. This guy's Saudi.
Adnan
Khashoggi.
Is that common spelling?
Khashoggi.
Oh,
Khashoggi.
Boy, he's got a questionable mustache.
He's the one that had a yacht that was rigged for surveillance to get people blackmailed. And remember who bought that yacht? None other than Donald Trump.
What?
Yeah. Neither here nor there.
Why are we still talking about that?
Because that's not where we're going with this. So he's already in these circles with Adnan Khashoggi, British arms dealers, making things happen in the Iran-Contras. And so they involved Israel in this. Israel was the one who actually gave weapons to Iran. At this time, they were very friendly with Iran. So they were the ones that were actually giving the weapons to Iran. And you need people who are in the intelligence agency to do that. So at this time, he starts getting in with Robert Maxwell. Robert Maxwell's Ghislaine Maxwell's father, who was absolutely known to be a Mossad asset.
I was going to say confirmed.
He did all kind of shit for them. He, again, not an agent or whatever you want to call it. He was an asset.
Yep.
And he was also tied in with a guy named Rafi Eitan, who was the Israeli intelligence chief at the time.
Okay.
So right here in the early 80s in the Iran-Contras, when he initially gets introduced to Israeli intelligence, right? From then on, he's introduced to Shimon Peres, who's the prime minister. He gets friendly with Shimon Peres. Shimon Peres introduces him to Ehud Barak. Ehud Barak was, I think, the defense minister at that time under Shimon Peres, but then became prime minister later on down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the articles that have been coming out lately and leaked emails, you remember all the leaked emails from Ehud Barak? Like, these guys were buddies, like tight, tens of thousands of emails between them. So even at one point, Ehud Barak's top security guy, who was like a Mossad chief, stayed for weeks at a time with Jeffrey Epstein in New York.
I want to say there's photos of him leaving Epstein's place in New York.
He also gets tied in with Leslie Wexner around then, who was also kind of in those Mossad circles, did favors for like a friend of Israel kind of thing, give millions of dollars to Shimon Peres, Ehud Barak, all of them, right? And then all these stories that have been coming out lately from emails that have been pieced together, Jeffrey Epstein helping Ehud Barak and the Mossad do deals in the Ivory Coast. There was one in Mongolia for like mineral deals and stuff like that. He was a go-between for Israel to Vladimir Putin during the Syrian civil war, trying to get him to get Bashar al-Assad removed. So you got to fly?
No, something just turned off.
Uh-oh.
You get the lights behind you. Anyway, doesn't matter. Sorry. Something turned off. I don't know what it was.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, so all that's going on, it just shows that he is absolutely 100% an asset of Israeli intelligence.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think anybody debates that.
They absolutely do.
Really?
They absolutely do.
Maybe I listen to people who just don't. I thought that was assumed at this point, that we just knew.
Amongst people that like are deep into it, like they're like, yeah, of course
it's pretty obvious.
But now it's irrefutable. The leaked emails that have come out, the connections that have been made, it is irrefutable that he worked for Israeli intelligence. We don't know about CIA connections.
So before we extrapolate more, we can now say Epstein was an asset for Israeli intelligence.
100%.
And Epstein was dabbling in the world of sex trafficking minors.
Confirmed.
As a form of blackmail for socio-political influence.
So that part is assumed. Obviously, there's no evidence.
Else?
Exactly.
Right.
But like, it's not necessarily that he was doing it for Israel, but he was doing it. He could have just been doing it on his own.
I mean, what I'm trying to do before we keep going is draw the line between Israeli intelligence and sex trafficking as a form of political influence.
I think, like, in my mind right now, the blackmail operation was his and his alone. He might have used that to help him run in these circles.
I think he was running it, but like, you ever seen that episode of Sunny where Mac's like, see, I'm playing both sides. So no matter what, I always come out on top.
Exactly.
That's what I think was going on.
Exactly. I think that is too. Because I think
he offered a service.
Like a dialed in intelligence agency like the CIA or the Mossad, they're not going to have a fucking loose cannon.
No.
Like Jeffrey Epstein running this thing. He probably did that on his own.
Yes.
And he was able to peddle those secrets any way he chose. To anybody.
And I would imagine we used him. I would imagine Israel used him. I would imagine Russia used him. I would imagine
like why else is he a backdoor to Putin? He knows
he's the guy. Knows people in Russia. He's the go-between, right?
He's the guy. He's the connector.
You got, what's his name that I mentioned earlier, the angel of death, the guy selling guns to everybody. Epstein sells influence to everybody. It's
exactly.
He's just a merchant.
This is what he is. He is the connector.
Yeah, I believe it.
So
I will say he didn't set up the sex trafficking ring on his own. That's important to establish. Like, if you look at his background and how he came up, there is nothing in his education or past work that
no, I think he was able through all these, like, again, confirmed intelligence relationships, confirmed. I think he was able to piece things together.
He had help is what I'm trying to say. He didn't wake up one day and go, I think I'm going to start this sex trafficking thing where I get people on video.
Like, hey, Yanni, how would I set up this? And like, what is that like? Like, he learned.
Yeah.
You absorb.
And then I'm sure.
And by all accounts, he's a smart dude. So it's not like he's an idiot.
I'm sure some intelligence agencies were like, like, hey, dude, if you were to ABC, then we could definitely help you with the B component of that. And then he'd turn around to another country and be like, hey, I've got B. I'm going to need A and C, though, if you guys could help me facilitate that.
Was his game. And if you look at some of these emails that are coming out, we won't really get into it, but you can absolutely tell that's how he dealt.
Yes.
Like, he dealt in blackmail, favors, holding things over people.
No international allegiance is what I'm trying to get at. It's like, this guy didn't have, he wasn't faithful to one party. He was kind of the.
Yeah. And if anything, you could say possibly Israel because of all these things that have come out. If nothing else,
I would say most likely Israel.
So then you get to 2008 where he was convicted of, like, I can't even remember what.
It was something dumb, dude.
It was prostitution. It was soliciting prostitution of a minor, which, how can you solicit prostitution of a minor? They cannot consent. Is that not sexual assault?
Well, absolutely. It's the same. I mean, we don't have to get into Diddy, but I think it's related. But Diddy only got convicted of, like, what? Transporting sexual victims or something like that. I was like, from where to where and to who? But that's a different.
So he got this crazy sweetheart deal. And when Alex Acosta, who was the Attorney General of Florida, was asked why, I was told he belonged to intelligence.
I remember that.
He tried to walk this back later. So he flat out lied under oath, but he tried to walk it back. But at the time, he was told he belongs to intelligence. Okay, enough said, right? Like, I wipe my hands clean. Yep. I don't care how many underage girls he abuses. He belongs to intelligence, right? So everyone in those circles that they ran with knew what was happening. Like, Melinda Gates knew what was happening. Cindy McCain, all these people claim they knew exactly what was happening. His plane was named the Lolita Express, not by him, by everybody else gave it that nickname. And the Lolita Express was it was in a book. I can't remember about child sex trafficking. So everybody knew what was going on. They gave his plane that nickname because they all knew.
You're telling me like Melinda, like Gates, like they knew he was trafficking.
Have you heard Melinda Gates talk about like the Jeffrey Epstein? Like, she's very dodgy about it, and she gets like, yeah, I knew there's like, I don't know that he was doing this, but something was off. Yeah. So and I think Cindy McCain says, like, we all knew what was going on, something to that effect.
Oh boy, dude.
But if you're in this man's company for so long, whether you're participating in that blackmail operation or not, whether you're blackmailed, you knew what was happening. So all these people are just looking the other way, right? Or they participated. Pam Bondi, do you remember, was asked point blank in a White House press briefing about Jeffrey Epstein working for foreign intelligence agencies. I haven't heard anything about that, right? So either A, you're not doing your job, or B, you're lying.
But all the files are on my desk.
All the files are on my desk. I'm going through it. We're doing all that shit.
If you could timeline the official position of the United States,
somebody should,
on Epstein, it would mirror the COVID timeline. It would mirror the Not like in the way that they went, wear a mask. Masks don't work. Wear 2 masks. We'll get your shot. Don't worry about getting your boots.
Are you just talking about the gaslighting?
Just the pattern of gaslighting of, well, this, now this, now this, now this, now it would be the same thing.
It very well.
For all the people who get frustrated at the COVID narrative, go look at the fucking Epstein narrative. It's the same pattern.
There is a playbook to run a psyop. Like,
yes.
You know they got it, right?
Yes.
So do you even remember after this is around the same time, they were asked about releasing the Epstein files, and they said, we'll release anything, but there are some things that we're not going to release as it pertains to national security.
I saw that.
Why would a child sex trafficker have anything to do with national security?
Right.
Other than
it begs the question.
He has all of these relationships with a country that we do not want thrown out there in this light.
Dude, well, I have seen Candace on her show is claiming that Trump is being, claiming that Trump is being pressured by Israel to not release the Epstein files.
Maybe. Because already stuff's coming out that he worked hand in glove with former prime ministers and Mossad agents. So my outrage, and I think everybody's outrage, should be the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was allowed to do this. He was allowed to abuse children, just allowed by everybody. Everybody knew what was happening. He was caught. They let him go. They gave him nothing, all to service an intelligence agency. And a foreign intelligence agency at that. American citizens, American children were allowed to be abused in service of a foreign intelligence agency.
It's really
just
bad.
Let that sink in. Not to mention all the powerful people who either participated or looked the other way. The 2-tier justice system here is what is just absolutely disgusting, and everybody should be outraged over it. They are not working for us. They're working for them in their own interests. That's it.
That's heavy, bro.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting, and people should be pissed about it.
That's why I'm pissed. I think that's why a lot of people are pissed. So when people wonder why do we care? This is why we care.
We're tired of being fucking lied to, and the implications of if this is true, and it's pretty compelling.
I'm going to say 98% at this point.
But that's why I think there will never be anything actionable that ever comes out, because I'm pretty sure it's true, but the implications of that, let's say the list came out or the files comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
World leaders, billionaires, bankers,
good,
tech mogul. I totally agree. I absolutely agree. Fuck them all. Public executions for them all. That's in theory. Don't clip that. However, there would be nobody left to run society in the immediate.
We'll figure it out.
I totally agree. But if the machine is as powerful as I'm pretty sure it is, there is no way in fuck they're going to let this come out, because they would relinquish all control.
There has to be some righteous politicians, right?
There are.
And intelligence officers and all that.
Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene's one of them, and she's getting the fucking onslaught right now.
Yeah, we'll get to Marjorie. So Thomas Massey got the bill to pass.
Yes.
And Thomas, attacked him and Marjorie Taylor, I think are the only say America First politicians out there right now.
Let's take a quick break real quick. Take a quick break. Talk to you guys about The Aftermath. Today's episode is brought to you by The Aftermath, a small batch grooming brand built right here in Phoenix by first responders who know the grind. Their products are made to keep up. From styling clays and sea salt sprays to detox shampoos, conditioners, and body washes that wipe away the grind. All crafted locally with clean ingredients and zero shortcuts. Check out theaftermath.co. That's theaftermath.co. And use code FIRESIDE for 20% off. The Aftermath. Built for the grind.
Get you some.
It's
black. Don't be alarmed.
Whoa!
The color is black.
All right.
Don't be alarmed. That's the charcoal working.
Charcoal. Pulls all the carcinogens out of your hair. Leaves you looking beautiful as always.
I use it for my chest hair.
Oh.
I'll start using it for the mustache.
Oh, okay. The Aftermath. Go check them out. Code FIRESIDE, 20% off. Let's talk about Marjorie.
So,
or whoever.
We'll start here and then move to Marjorie real quick. Trump said he was going to, he commissioned the Department of Justice to look into the Epstein files, but the Democrats, did you see that truth he sent out?
No.
He wants to look at the Democrats in there. Bill Clinton, he specifically mentioned, I can't remember. Bubba. There were a couple others that were mentioned in there. He said Democrats specifically. I'm like,
interesting.
Dude, really? Democrats? Democrat, that's only one you're going to look at.
Well, that's the point, dude. I got in a fucking comment war on Instagram this last week over someone posted a picture. I don't remember what account. Some official right-wing account was like, post a picture of the cabinet. Like, this is the best cabinet we ever had. And I got on there and I said, awesome, let's get those Epstein files now. And then boom, back and forth. And it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans, it's the Democrats.
How can you
It's
think that?
all of them.
Yeah, exactly. How can you
all
think?
of them?
Like, really, we draw a line right down the middle on the people that are just.
All the Democrats are pedophiles. The Republicans had a good reason to do it. We just got to investigate. Fuck off. They're all shitty people.
Do you remember when the Democrats are running the pedophile ring? We have to save the children. What was the movie that came out?
Oh, it was great. The Angel Studios film.
Yeah, that one. That came out.
Awesome. Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
Great movie.
We're all up in arms, like, and rightfully so. Yeah, let's get
QAnon.
But then it's like, hey, let's release the Epstein files. Like, hold on.
All of them?
Not those. I don't care about those kids. They're not kids anymore. They're adults now.
When that movie came out, the news had a field day with it and called it full of QAnon conspiracy theories. Went and saw it myself.
Yeah.
The phrase QAnon didn't appear once in the film, but like there was such a national media campaign about how this is right-wing propaganda. Really? Yeah. It's about sex trafficking of children.
I don't understand.
How about it's propaganda. Don't look at it. Really? So,
or at the very least, this is what drives me crazy. Instead of saying it's full of QAnon propaganda and right-wing propaganda, like, okay, I'll take you at your word, but now how about break it down and tell me why? I'm so tired of, this is that. This is the other thing. Like,
that's the way of the world these days, dude. I disagree with you. You're a Nazi. Shut up.
All the ad hominem attacks, all the, like,
that's
you cannot sit there and justify your argument to me, then you have no argument.
Well, they don't need an argument anymore. That's the way,
that's what it is.
That's the way of the world it is right now.
So then you come around full circle to somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is getting, like you said, just blasted
right now.
And it's because of Trump. And and Marjorie Taylor Greene herself said she said, I voted with Trump more than anybody else. Said, I stood up for him when nobody else did. I spent my own money campaigning around the country for him when nobody else would. It's like I was in his corner. And she absolutely was. I remember how over the top she was for the MAGA
thing. Make America great again.
You know, like, even to where, like, to her detriment, because I looked at him like, come on, you're over the top at this. Like, you need to open your eyes a little bit. So for him to just sit there and shit can her, he's now calling her Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, like overnight too.
Which is a solid nickname. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
You gotta love the nicknames.
It's not bad.
Sleepy Joe.
That's one of his better ones. The
Hayden Biden.
But, like, honestly, I think I've mentioned this several times on the show over the last few months. She seems to be one of the only politicians I see that actually at least speaks like she gives a shit about the American people.
I've been listening to, I don't really listen to any politicians anymore at this point, but I have been, like, paying attention once in a while to what she says, Thomas Massey, and then that one dude I played on the show a couple weeks ago who was talking about the underwater aliens, Tim Burchett, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Dude. He also said, what was he talking about the other day? It was another, like, whoa. Oh, quick sidebar, because Tucker Carlson did a 30-minute blip episode on the Pennsylvania shooting of Trump and how none of it made any sense. And he went through the case. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. The next day, Kash Patel tweeted a 2-page tweet about how it was settled and Crooks is the one who shot it. And here's all of our evidence. Like, it was like, dude, that's totally in response to what Tucker did, because no one's talked about Crooks for months and all of a sudden, but Burchett came out and he was like, dude, pretty sure that Crooks was brainwashed in some MK Ultra style program and sent as an assassin to Trump.
Manchurian Candidate.
Dude, we have politicians now. I think you're right. Point is, I think you're right. I think there are some righteous politicians. The question is, are there enough?
Well, they're just getting totally swallowed up. There's too much money to actually, it'll never happen, but money needs to get out of politics, period. It's destroyed. It's absolutely destroyed our
root
country.
of all evil, dude.
Yeah. So that was my whole thing on Epstein, man. Like,
well, they're supposed to, dude, it's so fucking confusing. Did they vote to release it or did they vote to have the vote to release it? I don't know where we're at this point.
I think they had the vote to vote.
Oh my God. Like, this is where your taxpayers are going, people.
It's going to pass.
Like, I think we should have a vote to see if we should vote.
Now that Trump said, like, go ahead and release it, there's a few Republicans who were like, no, like Eli Crane, what's the Dan Crenshaw and a few others are like, oh yeah, I was going to vote for it all the time. Of course I was going to vote for it.
Old fucking one-eyed Willie.
Yeah, but they have the votes regardless. Ever since they swore in Grivalda, they have the votes, and it's going to pass. But the president still needs to sign off on it.
Dude, it'll come out and it'll be like 60,000 pages, all redacted, except for the names of Democrats. I told you I'd release it.
Yeah,
no, just their name. It'll be black, Bill Clinton, black, Hillary Clinton, black. That's what
totally.
It'll be.
It's going to be Bill Gates. It's just going to be all that shit.
Did you see if you call the White House, you get the YMCA waiting song? We'll be right with you. And then it goes, dun, dun, dun,
we're not a serious country anymore.
What are we fucking doing, dude?
Could you imagine what the world looks at? Like, these fucking clowns. You guys used to be a country.
Oh, boy.
You guys used to be respected.
What the fuck? I got some crazy shit to throw your way.
What do you got?
Well, I know how much you love my friend Candace Owens.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to throw this on the show because I was telling you about it earlier today. But I did want to tell you about her episode that she did Friday because it was pretty much fucking insane. So first of all, today is November 17th when we're recording this.
Okay.
And Candace on her Instagram story, maybe about an hour ago. Oh, I actually screenshot it. 8:14 today is when I screenshotted it. She posted it at, math is hard, 8:06, give or take. She says, today is going to be a big day. What we will present in the Charlie Kirk investigation is going to change everything. That is not an exaggeration. Nothing will be the same. Those are some pretty big words.
You can't just not come with, like, you have to have some serious fucking evidence.
That's bigger than we found a new picture of Tyler Robinson. You know what I mean? That's big.
What do you mean it's going to change everything forever?
On Friday, she opened her show with, I was in disbelief when I watched this thing, dude. I almost watched it twice to get all the facts straight. Yeah. She opened with, I never thought that the killing of Charlie Kirk would lead me right back to the beginning of all of my investigations I've ever done on the show in the last 2 years. And I didn't ever think that Britney Spears would be a name that came up in this. That's what I said. I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. I'll give you the 30 seconds or less rundown of her last week of episodes pretty much. So we all know Candace Owens has been investigating the murder of Charlie Kirk we're going on 2 months now. Literally the day it happened, she started doing investigative work on it. And not just her. She credits some people. There's some pretty big Twitter accounts. Ian Carroll's been a part of it. It's kind of cool because it's kind of like a grassroots on the street journalism that like people will go to UVU and take videos for her and send them. Like, it's kind of cool. But lately she's been on this kick that somebody with inside TPUSA had a hand in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's been kind of the theme for about a week or so. In the last couple of days, she's been focused on, so I guess TPUSA has different branches. There's like Turning Point Action and Turning Point this.
Chapters.
Right. Yeah. Whatever. But Turning Point Faith is one particular leg of Turning Point. And their job obviously is to bring faith to people, a big Christian level of thing. They're talking about Jesus, but you hear it kind of in what Charlie says sometimes when he's going around campuses, but faith itself is for Christianity through Turning Point USA.
Okay.
About a week and a half ago, everybody started looking at Mikey McCoy. He's the guy who, when Charlie got shot, he immediately picked up his phone and walked away calmly when everybody was running and screaming.
Walked away before he even hit the ground.
Right. His dad is Rob McCoy.
He's a preacher.
Leader of TPUSA.
Who fucking lied about him being all covered in blood.
Right. So his dad, I'm fighting back a sneeze fucking hard right now. His dad is the leader of TPUSA Faith.
Okay.
And only recently, I want to say he fully took over in like August or July, somewhere in there. And up until then, he had been preaching at what's called the Cavalry Church. We have one here in Phoenix. I've seen it driving around.
Right,
so basically, from my understanding, Cavalry Church is like the brand of church. They're all over the country.
Okay.
I'm going to butcher some of this. I'm trying to go fast because there's so much. The Cavalry Church, I guess, has a long history of its pastors being involved in different like rape allegations and sexual assault of minor.
Like, look at the Catholic Church
and trafficking and all sorts of, but Cavalry Church specifically. And so Candace has been asking questions as to like, why are we bringing in Cavalry Church members if Cavalry Church is full of all of these allegations? Like, I feel like Turning Point USA wouldn't want any part of this. the link between all of this is because there's a woman who works for a cavalry church who kept coming up. What's her fucking name? Lou something.
Lou. A woman named Lou?
Yeah, it was weird, right?
Louise?
What's her?
Lois.
Maybe. Lou Ferrigno came up. It's like, no, not her. Anyway, this woman, she was a deciding factor in Britney Spears going under a conservatorship back in like 2012 with her dad, or 2009 with her dad. She was part of Justin Bieber's talent team. She was part of Kurt Cobain's talent team, or whatever they used, right? And actually, Courtney Love actually reached out to Candace Owens this last week, like telling her, like, hey, you got to look into this girl. She works for Calvary Church. There's all sorts of links between her, Calvary Church, all these celebrities who like killed themselves or went crazy. All this, and Calvary Church is somehow tied into like there's a Michael Jackson tie-in, but basically, I'm not making sense. I need you to go listen to the episode.
Yeah.
I just go listen to the Friday episode.
Okay.
And then we have to see what she says today.
Okay.
But basically, what she is alleging is that Calvary Church is a part of some sort of infiltration movement where whoever they is, which we don't know yet, but we kind of have some ideas. Maybe the same people who didn't hire Epstein to do some things has infiltrated churches in America, one of them being the Calvary Church. And their goal is to manipulate people through faith. Because if you look at Calvary Church...
Are you saying our people?
Yes. Well, your people.
Our people.
I don't identify that way. But he said, she was saying that Calvary Church is just one instance, because like a lot of these church leaders are saying, like, a lot of them have history to going to Israel. And there's video of these Calvary preachers. You
got to go put on the yarmulke and kiss the wall.
There's videos of these Calvary Church preachers in their congregations talking about how we have to support Israel. And some of them talk about how don't listen to Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson.
Well, there are a lot of evangelical churches that do that. And we just talked about last week how and
they're getting paid for it.
Well, Israel is putting up the largest geofencing advertising campaign apparently in America.
Dude,
to target these members.
She is. All I will say is this, and I should have texted you Friday. Please go listen. It's like 40 minutes. I don't ever listen to the final ad read of the comments. I could give a shit. I want to know what she has to say. It's like,
listen to our ad reads though.
Yeah, the aftermath, baby. It's one of those things where when you start saying something, the initial knee-jerk reaction from anybody who has zero footing in the conspiracy world is, oh, well, I guess it's all connected, huh? They couldn't all possibly, but like this one is like, oh my God, like it might all be connected.
Well, we could do another show.
We're going to have to do one.
Is it today's show that she's doing it?
Apparently. So Candace says, so she usually posts an episode about 3 PM. So I will be watching live.
Let's do a show Wednesday or Thursday.
I think we should do a show and talk about it, or at least a short remote episode. Holy shit, though.
Yeah.
Go listen to Friday's episode. I'm back in the game. But I will say, after that little tweet she sent out, if I get on there today and she's like, here's another angle of the Dairy Queen. I'm like, dude,
you can't do that.
Fuck anymore.
You say something like that, you can't do it.
You better show me that the lizard people killed Charlie Kirk, or I'm not listening to your show anymore.
Speaking of which, I think Alex Jones is a Fed.
Really?
Yeah.
Always was or is now?
I don't know. Is now.
Has he stopped selling supplements? Because that means he's getting his money from somewhere else.
Listen, brother, you got to buy my supplements or the
frogs will be gay.
I don't know. But just based on his tweet. So did you hear about what's going on in Mexico?
Yes.
So, okay.
It's crazy, dude.
Let me talk about that. I teased it on Instagram. Like we talked about Antifa probably a month ago when Donald Trump designated it or was going to designate it a terrorist organization. Well, they just now designated a foreign terrorist organization. And I said, hey, you can't go around just calling these people terrorists because there is no formal organization. Like you can't just go call these people terrorists and then you have the ability to do what we can do to terrorists. Like it's bullshit. Like it's fucked up. You can't do that. There is no organization of Antifa. So I'm rereading a couple chapters in a book because I wanted to get a better understanding of this one area. But Scott Horton's book, Provoked, it's fantastic. It's all about the Russia-Ukraine war that's going on now, but it gives you like 30 years of history prior. And one of the things they talk about in great detail is the color revolutions. And basically what color revolutions are, excuse me, are completely astroturfed
I don't even know what that means.
AstroTurf is basically not grassroots. It's
grassroots
is like
organic.
This
right?
is an organic. This is an organic movement. We all protest. This just happened. We're sick of the tyranny.
AstroTurf is like fake grass. That makes
exactly.
sense.
So this is completely AstroTurf, and it's done so by intelligence agencies.
Not as dumb as I look. Huh?
No, you're not. You're not just a pretty face, Adam. So during the they call it color revolutions because they all would pick like a color to represent. It could be an orange. It could be.
Oh, okay.
We could talk about the Maidan Revolution in particular in Ukraine, which was the latest one in 2014, where they overthrew Viktor Yanukovych, who was like the pro-Russian president. Well, America can't have a pro-Russian president in Ukraine. We just can't have it.
No.
So we got to get rid of that motherfucker. But you can't go in there and just kill him, right? You have to overthrow him. But how do you overthrow him?
AstroTurf.
You AstroTurf some campaigns. Well,
nailed it.
There has to be some type of dissent against it. There has to be a decent sized group that doesn't want him there to begin with, or this movement goes nowhere. So what you do is you get in and fan the flames. NGOs come in, like George Soros's Open Society Foundation, National Endowment for Democracy. They all come in and they start giving money. They start amplifying the messages. All these NGOs too also have media ties. So all of a sudden the media in the country that's tied with all the money and the NGO starts amplifying the message, right? You get agitators in the crowd who are all part of this. This is all part of it.
God, this sounds too familiar, dude.
You sit there particularly in the Maidan Revolution, there's also instances of this in the Arab Spring where snipers are on buildings and both sides, like nobody can confirm this, but snipers start shooting people on both sides.
Oh, fuck.
So cops think that the crowd's shooting at them, and the crowd thinks that the cops are shooting at them.
And
so anyway, this comes out, and then all of a sudden the media amplifies this message even more. Next thing you know, you have officials in America saying like, hey, this can't stand, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we sank like billions of dollars into this revolution. We got rid of Viktor Yanukovych. Now we have I can't remember who came right after, but now we have Vladimir Zelensky, and they're doing what we want, not the pro-Russian guy. So that's a color revolution.
Okay.
And you can go back even a little bit further. There's something called Operation Gladio.
Yes, I just heard of this the other day.
So this is a Cold War operation, and basically they have something called stay-behind networks. Mm-hmm. Stay-behind networks are paramilitary organizations that they would leave in European countries that were under threat of being taken over by either natural Soviet leaders in that country, like Italy, for instance, had a leader that was pretty pro-Soviet Union. Right. So they're wondering like, hey, who's going to take over, the Democrat guy or the Soviet guy? So we have these stay behind networks, kind of the same thing as a color revolution. They have training. They were funded by the UN, CIA, and MI6. So they have no centralized organization. There is nowhere to call and say, hey, this is home base. This is my leader. There's none of that. But when things kick off, they're so well trained, they know to jump into action. They start creating political unrest. They blow up bridges, things like that. You have professional agitators, right?
That's crazy that they've been doing that for so long.
We've been doing that since the 50s.
The when? Weird.
The 50s.
Who would have fucking thought?
So that's when that happened. The color revolutions have happened maybe since the 80s since, I think. So these are things that we do constantly. Yeah. We know how
through
to
NGOs, which we just found out with all the Doge stuff. Like, why is all this money going to all these countries?
USAID, all those things. So
that's exactly what it was.
Antifa could very well be one of those type of organizations. It absolutely could be funded, whether it's a domestic NGO funding, a domestic intelligence, or a foreign one. It could be. It's worth taking a look at. So when people are saying that, like, no, it can't be, like, no, I changed my mind. It 100% can be. This could be a foreign terrorist organization.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Did you just do some research and change your opinion?
Yes.
And change your mind?
That's how adults work.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's crazy, right?
I thought you
wouldn't think you're able to
pick a side and fucking dig in.
No, I was very much adamant, whatever it was a month ago, like saying like, no, I don't think so. Like, this is not, you can't do this.
You changed your mind after learning something.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that it is, but it very well could be.
It could be.
Because just like the color revolutions in these Antifa things, like all of a sudden, like you have like people wearing the same t-shirts. Holding the same signs.
It's weird.
Again, why is there a pallet of bricks?
Or things like when the Proud Boys show up and they're all wearing masks and hats and sunglasses.
And they've all got the same boots
stacked and they all match.
Like, wait a minute. Although you don't have to be jacked to be a Fed. Have you seen some of these ICE agents?
Dude.
Like, come on.
I know.
So, but
you sit in the truck. They drive.
You get the idea. This could be going on.
That's
which
crazy.
Leads us to Mexico, which just happened in the last 2 days.
Yeah. I was like, They're storming. Yeah. They're literally storming the palace.
They're storming the palace in Mexico. Going against Gloria Sheinbaum.
Yeah.
They're saying it's because, hold on.
They're writing some pretty scary things on the walls with paint, dude. It's crazy.
The scary thing was Jewish whore.
Yeah. It said
Punta Judeas.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever that is. Okay, so let me pull. I had to just take some notes quickly.
That we can maybe play.
Yeah, if you can find that, it's cool. Where did that go? In my show notes. Well, that's a bummer because I had it. Anyway, what's going on with Mexico, right?
I'll just throw some video up.
Yeah, find
Look at this shit, dude. Or you could meet gorgeous Ukrainian women if you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here, can I full screen this? There we go. That's better. Look at that, dude.
Where is my thing?
That's the summer of love right there, dog. That's mostly peaceful protests.
Yeah, exactly. Like I guess my son watches One Piece. One Piece is an anime thing.
Skull with the hat. Is that what that is?
And apparently,
look, they're all covering their face. Weird.
I get the covering the face thing. Like
in Mexico, fuck yeah.
I don't want my government coming back on me.
I heard that this was because the people of Mexico are tired of the cartel running shit, and Claudia Sheinbaum allegedly is allowing it to happen.
But you know who else is tired of the cartel running things? The United States of America. And you know who's not been willing to let you know who's not been willing to let America come in and do what we want to do to take them out? Is the Mexican government.
Oh my God. Are you saying that this movement is something that we started in Mexico and then eventually we'll send our people in there, but we're going to mobilize the citizenry first to fuck up the country of Mexico and overthrow the government?
Just like a color revolution.
Like every fucking country we've ever gone to?
Everything we've ever done.
Oh my God, it's happening right in front of us.
Gloria Sheinbaum came out and said,
call out.
Gloria Sheinbaum herself said, this is politically manipulated, funded from abroad, amplified by bots. People are participating in the movement and have no ties to it. What else? Yeah, they're like calling this a soft coup.
Great call out, dude. I never even put that together.
Pay attention to it. It's got a lot of the same thing. Like, why all of a sudden? The cartels have been running Mexico forever.
And you're right. It was like, boom.
It's happening.
We're all there today.
It's happening with all this Venezuela stuff.
Let's see, here's another coverage of it.
Yeah.
Look at this, dude.
Look at the same signs, T-shirts.
What'd be funny is
they all got the same damn hat.
If they were,
I guess you can get a straw hat in Mexico.
They got motherfuckers walking up and down the beach with 50 of them things, dude. It'd be funny if they were all senior citizens, like in our protests.
But yeah, they all got the straw hat on, which I think the guy's name is Luffy or something like that.
Oh, is it because someone? Oh, that must be the guy.
Flag. That's the flag they're showing.
Right there. That was on that picture. That dude in the white hat. He's the one that died.
Oh, I don't know.
I think someone died. That guy.
Did he just die?
Well, that was gonna be my next question, dude. My next question is gonna be, all right, you know what? We'll research this live while we're doing this.
Just think about that.
That guy?
Think about the timing of this. This is an Antifa style thing. And anyway, Alex Jones being a Fed, I don't know where my freaking note went about it, but Alex Jones put out a tweet talking about how great this is for Mexico and the people are rising up. And Alex Jones is the very first person in the world to jump up and say something's wrong here. And now he's like totally on board with the media message.
Oh, I knew Alex Jones was bought the second he Ozempic'd himself and lost all that weight. Like when I sent you guys a video the other day and you were like, I miss fat Alex Jones. Fat Alex Jones, not an asset. Skinny Alex Jones, asset.
Dude, as soon as I saw that tweet from him, I'm like, no way.
Carlos Alberto Manso Rodriguez was the guy he was a mayor in Mexico and he got killed because he was standing up against the cartels and he was shot multiple times in front of onlookers. Let's see if we can find the video.
Pull up my feed right now. So Alex Jones, the populist revolution globally is unstoppable. The National Palace in Mexico is under siege by its citizens amid discontent with Claudia Sheinbaum, the WEF puppet.
I don't know, dude. That doesn't sound very Alex Jones to me.
It doesn't. It sounds very U.S. administration message.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Where all of a sudden, I feel like...
Otherwise, it would have been like, the people of Mexico are rising up, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How much do you want to bet Marco Rubio is going to come out today, tomorrow, with some sort of statement about what's happening in Mexico?
Oh, fucking A.
And it's going to sound like, hey, you need some help over there? Like, maybe we can help out.
Let's see if I can find... I'm trying to find the video of him getting shot. Unfortunately, it's proving harder to find. I thought, shit, it happened in Mexico. Maybe they have the video of it. Here we go. Mayor publicly assassinated. I'll pre-watch it. I'll let you know if it's anything good.
Yeah, but dude, that's all I had to talk about. It's just those two things.
That's insane, dude. It's nothing. It's a shaky cell phone video of people in a crowd running after. Yeah, it's not even worth watching, to be honest with you. I was wondering if it would be some sort of spectacle killing, because typically, that's how we light off revolutions, is we kill someone in some spectacular way first.
I'm going to pay attention to this one, see how it goes.
Oh boy, that is heavy, dude. Right? I didn't even think about, but we've talked about it on the show recently about how Mexico might be the next boogeyman, right? The next bad guy is the terrorist organization, And I did read a couple weeks ago that we were mobilizing troops to go into Mexico. So this might be the fucking catalyst.
It could be.
I'm trying to get my tech segment.
Like we authorized a while back CIA operations inside of Mexico.
Oh yeah, that's no secret. Come on now.
So, I mean that. Hey, dude. This was two maybe 3 months ago that we authorized CIA operations inside of Mexico. And 2 days ago, we have this color revolution style. And why do you think they were able to pull it off so quick? Because they had a stay behind network.
You want to know why else?
Why?
It's what we do, baby.
Watch yourself, Mexico.
It's what we do,
dude.
I'm trying to get my tech to load, but all of a sudden your internet fucking sucks.
I have great internet.
Okay. Who's your internet?
I think it's your computer with like 1 gram of available RAM.
I have deleted 13,000 out of 46,000 emails so far. Well, I had some tech that's gone. That's cool. Let's talk about. I did see this. I'm gonna try and verify this, because this is what I was talking about before we. Dude, none of it is working. Oh, okay. Here we go. Is this it? I don't want to say it before okay, this is it. So there's some images coming back from Mars right now by the Curiosity rover.
Mm.
And I'm actively trying to verify that NASA put this on their website before I say anything, and it looks like they did, because I originally saw it on Instagram. And I was
Forgive us in advance of this bull.
Better fucking look. What do you think, dude? NASA says that this
show me the picture.
Is a natural rock formation.
No fucking, that's not real. There's no way that's real. I have that spoon in my kitchen right now.
No,
that's a wooden spoon.
It's a natural rock formation.
There is no way.
NASA says it's simply the result of millions of years of wind erosion.
Of a spoon laying there.
No. It was the wind, John.
Sure.
The wind made the spoon. For what it's worth,
spoons do not
I just
occur in
found
nature.
that picture on NASA's website. They put that picture out there. I'm finding it all over the internet. That is not an Instagram AI bullshit thing. That was taken by the Curiosity rover.
No,
I'm looking at it. Here's another thing.
Why would they release that photo?
I know, dude. Here's another one about the Curiosity rover. Look at this. You want to tell me what the fuck
those
circles are? Like,
those are those big red balls they keep in front of Target.
That's where we get them.
Yeah, from Mars.
That makes
the
sense.
red planet.
Hey, that makes sense. Look at that, though.
Perfect circles don't occur in nature either.
Like, what
There's no way this is real.
Like, what is that?
No, this can't be. This is not real.
I'll look this one up too.
There's no way in hell.
They put a link to the NASA website. Let's see. It says here's the.
Does it say like nasa.gov.spoof?
NASA.gotcha.
Yeah. There's no way.
I'm looking for it right now. Let's see.
They do not have one of those Luxor pyramid things up there, whatever they call that one.
They fucking might, dude.
There's no way. If they do, you're not going to tell me that's natural.
But this is the problem with the internet, dude, because now I don't know if that's real or not.
Well, that's what I say. You have to go on NASA's website.
You have to go to the source. I should have been better prepared, because there's like 15,000 images of Mars on NASA's website. Let's see. We'll go to Reddit.
I tried to go to NASA and I typed in massa. That's not going to work.
Whoa. Different color revolution. LOL, JK.
Oh my God. Don't say that.
Hey, I didn't say that. What?
All right, dude. You got anything else? Well,
I did have a really cool tech video. Oh, You want to know how? Oh, please load. Yes. You want to know how I think they killed Charlie Kirk? I'll tell you. This is what I think did it.
In the early 19th century, the Protector palm pistol became a lifesaver at sea.
That's how I think they did it.
Designed for sailors facing shipwrecks, it provided quick self-defense and featured a 6-round
like
magazine for fast reload.
That's how I think they did it.
There's no way it would explode his neck like that. Like,
well, no. This is from when? What did it say? The
19th. Well, it says 19th century, so 18 something.
Right. So I'm just saying something like that. Something small.
Wait, there's no way that's 19.
Optics to it's got optics embedded.
We were using muzzle-loaded rifles in the.
John, I don't make the rules, dude. I just report the news.
The 19th century is 18 something. You know, it's the 1800s.
Whatever, dude. I got one of these too.
Yes. We haven't done tech in a while.
I know.
I've been slacking on tech.
A company called Unitree. I can't even begin to describe this. I'm just going to have you watch. Look at this thing, dude. He's controlling that robot.
I don't think it's real.
You don't think it's real?
Oh, no.
You think this is an AI video?
Uh-huh.
You think it's part of Chinese propaganda?
Dude, they just had that Russian robot that they unveiled. He couldn't even walk out on the stage.
I don't know, dude. This one looks pretty legit.
That's too...
That's got to be
That's
a
fake.
computer. That's not real. But this one looks pretty good.
I don't know, man. That looks too fluid for a robot.
Chinese robots that use big sticks to fight, we're fucked. We're fucked.
That's a Chinese company?
Yes.
Then maybe it's real.
I'm trying to get my final segment here to load. I just wanted to hear your on-scene report to this. Okay, John. All right. You roll up.
Uh-huh.
You're moved up for the day. You're running 3-man.
The 3-man too.
The next truck is 6 minutes out, delayed by train.
Jesus.
I want to know what your on-scene. Oh wait, sorry.
Fireside, fuck yeah, get some.
All right. You're first, dude. Next truck is 6 minutes out. You're moved up 3-man. Give me your on-scene report.
Fucking Hindenburg going down?
Holy shit, dude. There's no sound.
Where was this?
Oh my God,
there is sound.
That's the Hindenburg.
Look
up.
People are pulling over.
I'm gonna slow down. Hold on.
God damn it. It's AI.
I said, I feel like we would have heard about
Dude, I'm done. I quit. I'm done with the internet. Are you kidding me?
this. And that's where we are.
Nothing?
Nothing is real.
Oh, I just deleted another one. I saw something crazy. I'll show it to you.
If you think there's something sensational that you've just stumbled across on the internet, it's not real.
They got me good. It got me good. I bit hard. I saved that for today's fireside.
I was sitting there looking, I'm like, I feel like we would have heard about this.
I don't know. I did see something. I'll find it for next week. Where someone caught. So without getting too crazy, we talked about a certain Mr. AJ and a certain violent event that he got sued out of his mind for talking about on his show.
Yes.
We talked about that. A big part of that whole, maybe this will be my conspiracy for next week.
We can't talk about it.
We'll just leave it at this. I did see someone, you know who Ashley Babbitt is?
Yes.
I saw a video of her getting spotted in a crowd somewhere a couple months ago.
Like
Next week on the fireside, crisis actors.
We can do crisis actors. We're not going to touch that one subject.
No, not the one, but that's the one that sparked it all.
Okay.
But we should talk about crisis actors next week.
Well, that's all part of it can easily go in with the whole stay behind, color revolution.
Yes. Lizard people.
It's the
lizards.
Gay frogs, the whole thing.
Maybe they're gay lizards. The L and LG. Lizards. All right, we're done. Check out the aftermath.
Fireside, fuck yeah, get some.